5:53 a.m., December 7th, 1941. Pearl Harbor sleeps, but 2,000 yards from Battleship Row, something impossible cuts through the waves. The USS Arleigh Burke, a destroyer from 2024. Its radar is already tracking 183 Japanese aircraft, approaching from 230 miles out. The combat center erupts. Red dots fill the screen. Zeros, vals, Kates. Impact time, 7:48 a.m. The captain stares. 8 defenseless battleships on his display. His destroyer has 96 missiles. The Japanese are bringing 353 aircraft across 2 waves. In 7 minutes, history splits in 2. The USS Arleigh Burke isn't supposed to be here. This 9,200-ton guided missile destroyer carries more firepower than the entire Pacific Fleet combined. Weapons loadout that breaks physics. 96 vertical launch cells packed with SM-2 surface-to-air missiles and Tomahawks. Each SM-2 can delete aircraft from 90 miles away. The Tomahawks? They can reach out and touch someone at 1,000 miles. 1 5-inch deck gun firing. GPS-guided rounds that don't miss, ever. Plus CIWS systems that spit 4,500 rounds per minute at anything stupid enough to get close. The AEGIS combat system tracks 1,000 targets simultaneously. Its SPY-1D radar sees everything within 250 miles. Helicopters, carriers, even periscopes breaking water for half a second. In 1941, that's basically precognition, but here's what nobody counted on. The destroyer materialized here 6 hours ago. The crew's still figuring out they've traveled through time. Their radios can't talk to 1941 equipment. They can't warn Pearl Harbor Command, can't coordinate with the Army Air Forces, can't even tell the battleships to raise anchor. They're about to fight the most famous surprise attack in history completely alone, and the first Japanese submarine is already inside the harbor. 5:45 a.m. The destroyer's sonar operator freezes. There's something small moving beneath the harbor. Metallic, definitely not a whale. A Type A Ko-Hyoteki class midget submarine. 78 feet of bad intentions trying to sneak past the anti-torpedo nets. The tactical officer doesn't hesitate. 1 ass-rock torpedo launches from the vertical cells. The rocket motor ignites, arcing the torpedo through dawn air before splashing down 800 yards away. The submarine crew never even knows they're hunted. Underwater explosion. Oil slick spreads. First blood to the Americans. 5:50 a.m. The SPY-1D radar screen looks like someone threw red confetti at it. First wave, 183 aircraft bearing 315 degrees, 230 miles out. The computer identifies each one. 43 Zeros flying cover, 49 Kate torpedo bombers in tight Vs, 51 Valdive bombers above them, 40 more Kates carrying modified armor-piercing bombs. They're flying straight, confident, completely unaware that something can see them from over the horizon. The weapons officer runs the math. 96 missiles in the cells, 350-plus aircraft coming across 2 waves. Even with perfect accuracy, they can't stop them all. The captain stares at the tactical display for 3 seconds, then makes a choice that will haunt him forever. Hold fire until 100 miles. Make every missile count. 6:30 a.m. First wave enters missile range. 183 aircraft in perfect formation glinting in the sunrise. The weapons officer's finger hovers over the launch authorization. Missiles away. 24 SM-2s explode from their cells in rapid succession. Vertical launches that turn horizontal, racing toward the incoming formation at Mach 3.5. The Japanese pilots see white smoke trails rising from Pearl Harbor. They've never seen missiles before, don't even have a word for them. 20 seconds of confusion, then formations start disappearing. No explosion they can see, no aircraft firing at them, just planes vanishing like someone's erasing them with an invisible hand. A Zero disintegrates mid-turn. 5 Kates simply cease to exist. The radio chatter becomes screaming, but they keep coming. Japanese naval doctrine, press the attack no matter what. The surviving pilots tighten up, dive lower, push throttles forward. They've trained for this mission for months. They won't turn back. The destroyer launches another salvo. 18 missiles this time. More planes blink out of existence. But the math is merciless. 96 missiles total, 2 waves of aircraft. Even with perfect hit rates, dozens will get through. 7:35 a.m. The first wave survivors, about 70 aircraft, approach Pearl Harbor. The destroyer's 5-inch gun starts its own symphony. Computer-guided rounds picking off dive bombers one by one, but there are too many angles, too many targets, and the battleships are still sleeping. 7 9:40 a.m. Despite everything, 70-plus aircraft breakthrough, the destroyer's CIWS system scream to life, spraying walls of tungsten at incoming torpedo bombers. 3 Kates explode 500 yards from the USS Oklahoma, but 5 more slip through at wave height. The destroyer's computer calculates impact trajectories in milliseconds. Oklahoma will take 4 torpedoes port side. She'll capsize in 12 minutes. The 5-inch gun swivels, firing smart rounds at impossible angles. 2 bombers splash, 3 torpedoes still launch. Oklahoma lurches, starts listing immediately. Then radar spots them. 5 Vals diving toward the Arizona. The destroyer dumps everything it has. 8 SM-2s streak upward. 25-inch rounds in 15 seconds. The gun barrel glows orange. 4 bombers disintegrate. 1 gets through. The 1,760-pound bomb punches through Arizona's deck. The destroyer's computers scream warnings. It's heading for the forward magazine. The 5-inch gun traverses frantically, trying to shoot the bomb mid-fall. Too late by 3 seconds. Arizona's forward magazine detonates, but instead of 1,177 dead, the explosion kills 400. The destroyer's intervention bought just enough time for men to reach the deck. The captain watches Oklahoma roll, Arizona burn, West Virginia taking torpedo after torpedo. His destroyer has the most advanced weapons on Earth. It's not enough. Then sonar picks up something worse than planes. The sonar operator's voice cracks. 5 submarines, bearing 090 through 180. They're surrounding us. Full-size I-class boats, each carrying long-lance torpedoes that can crack a destroyer in half. They've been waiting, using the air attack as cover to position themselves. The captain has 2 seconds to decide: fight submarines or keep defending against aircraft. Can't do both effectively. Launch a SROC pattern. 3 submarines closest first. Rocket-propelled torpedoes burst from the cells. They arc through the air while Vals continue diving on battleships behind them. The destroyer's split attention means more bombers get through. The USS Maryland takes 2 bombs. California starts flooding. First, ass rock hits. Submarine I-22 breaks in half. Secondary explosions from its torpedo storage. Second hit, I-24 crushed like a tin can. Third torpedo misses. The submarine crash dives below its range. Torpedo warning, starboard side, 800 yards. The CIWS pivots, creating a wall of bullets between the destroyer and incoming long lance. The torpedo detonates 100 yards out, showering the deck with shrapnel and seawater. The destroyer rocks, but holds. 2 submarines still hunting. 40-plus aircraft still attacking. The destroyer's ammunition counter shows 42 missiles remaining, and radar just picked up the second wave, forming up 180 miles out, 8:54 a.m. The second wave appears on radar. 167 fresh aircraft, pilots who know something's wrong but not what. The destroyer's ammunition counter glows red. 30 missiles remaining, 405-inch rounds. The captain does the math. They can maybe stop half the second wave, maybe. Sir, we still have 12 Tomahawks. The tactical officer pulls up the Japanese carrier positions. Intelligence intercepts place them 200 miles northwest. 4 carriers, Akagi, Keiga, Soryu, Hiryu. The entire 1st Air Fleet. It's insane. Use precious missiles on ships that might move while bombers are incoming. Launch all Tomahawks. Target the flight decks. 12 cruise missiles erupt from the cells, turn northwest, and disappear over the horizon. They'll fly at wave height, invisible to 1941 eyes for exactly 22 minutes. Meanwhile, the second wave splits into attack groups. The destroyer has to choose. Save the airfields or protect the remaining battleships. The Nevada is trying to escape the harbor. If she sinks in the channel, Pearl Harbor is blocked for months. Final SM-2 missiles launch, reserved for torpedo bombers only. The 5-inch gun hammers at dive bombers until the barrel temperature hits critical. Nevada takes hits, but keeps moving. The channel stays open. 42 Japanese aircraft still get through. In 20 minutes, those Tomahawks will either end the Pacific War or leave the destroyer defenseless. The attack ends at 9:45 a.m. The destroyer's radar shows empty sky for now. The numbers tell a story of partial victory. Japanese losses: 147 aircraft destroyed, 3 submarines confirmed sunk. The destroyer's intervention saved the USS Arizona from complete destruction. 400 dead instead of 1,177. Oklahoma salvageable. Nevada didn't block the channel. But look closer. 4 battleships still burning. 2,000 Americans still dead. The airfields at Hickam and Wheeler Devastated, the destroyer could only be in one place at a time. The weapons officer stares at the ammunition counter. 8 SM-2s remaining, 205-inch rounds. They'd fired 88 missiles to stop less than half the attacking force. Then, the Tomahawk strikes register on radar intercepts. AEGIS, direct hit, flight deck torn open, aviation fuel igniting, she'll burn for 19 hours. KAGA, near miss. Shrapnel damage, operational but scared. The Japanese are recalling the third wave that Admiral Nagumo was considering. The mysterious losses spooked them. They're running back to Japan. But here's the poison in this victory. The destroyer's crew knows they could have saved everyone. With unlimited ammunition, no ship would have been touched. No American would have died. Instead, they had to choose who lived and who burned. That math will haunt them forever. The captain faces a new problem. His ship's computers cracked the JN-25 code in 6 hours. They know every Japanese plan for the next year. Midway, Coral Sea, the entire sequence. But how do you explain that knowledge in 1941? The most powerful warship in the Pacific is now almost out of ammunition. The destroyer becomes Pearl Harbor's most powerful secret and its most useless weapon. With 8 missiles left, it can't risk another major engagement. The nuclear reactors will run for 20 years, but there are no spare parts in 1941. No compatible ammunition. When those last missiles are gone, it's a 9,200-ton radio station, so they adapt. The destroyer anchors in Pearl Harbor as a classified experimental vessel. Its radar becomes the Pacific's early warning system. Its computers decode every Japanese transmission in real time. The crew has to pretend they're code breakers, not time travelers. The intelligence value is staggering. They know Yamamoto's location every second. They predict Midway 6 months early. The war could end by 1943 instead of 1945. But here's the cruel irony. They saved Pearl Harbor by sacrificing half of it. They have perfect intelligence, but can't explain the source. They prevented catastrophe, but not tragedy. The captain stares at reports showing Japan accelerating their missile research based on survivor testimonies about disappearing planes. They're trying to reverse engineer something they can't comprehend. The war's timeline is shifting in unpredictable ways. Did they save history or break it? The destroyer sits in harbor, infinity powerful and completely impotent. A guardian angel with clipped wings. What happens when one modern ship knows everything but can do nothing? Watch our next video to find out.